Welcome to the Night of the Poets. I am your host, man behind camera. Today we have a special treat. First, who are you?
Elizabeth Barrett Brown.
And what makes you special, Miss Brown, Barrett, Elizabeth?
I say my name backwards. Turns me on. What makes me special? I'm a poet from the 1800s. A beautiful person. Unlike the rest of these people. Don't do that.
No. Poets, control yourselves. I know this is a very racy topic, but you must control. Next, who is this luscious man of a person?
Well, I'm her husband. You know what they say.
What do they say?
Two is better than one.
Yeah.
I like the use of shit. Welcome to the Night of the Poets. I am your host, man behind camera. Today we have a special set of 4 poets, a quartet if you must. Starting with Miss
Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Hello, Miss Elizabeth Barrett.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry.
How are you?
I'm old and still in love.
Now, what
That's
makes
it.
you such a special poet?
You see, I'm like the evergreen among the ugly shrubs. Grows big and tall and true to form. Beautifully blossoming.
I love the imagery. Very good. Give me some claps, boys. Next, who might you be?
Well, I'm her husband, Robert Browning.
Interesting. Is there more of a connection here?
Well, we both like to write the same types of poems. They're all about our love together. It's like a flower blooming in the month of May.
I like the use of that poetic device. Next, who might you be?
Lord Tenson.
Lord, what makes you so special?
Some Lord of the Apes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that apes and I have the same sexual preference.
Interesting. Next, who might you be?
Samuel Coleridge.
Oh, you are a spiffy man. Spiffy indeed. What makes you so special?
I write my poems when I'm high on opium. My bestseller, Kubla Khan, which made absolutely no sense, was written when I was in an opium trance. Bring the camera back. Okay, now go away.
Well, this will be an interesting show. Unfortunately, we have to cut to some commercials. Any last words before we go?
I met you first!
Get off, man.
Do
This
drugs!
is flowers for
Do
Mars.
drugs, kids, and you...
And we're back to the Night of the Poets. Again, we have Miss,
Elizabeth Barrett
followed by,
Browning.
Robert Browning.
and
Lord Tenson.
now.
What about
All right.
that?
Oh yeah. What about this? Yeah, you.
Samuel Coleridge.
Okay, good.
It was never a part anyways.
So, can you, Miss Elizabeth? Can you tell me a little bit about your favorite poem of yours?
Well, I wrote it in my dark stages for my hubby.
Why might you do that?
Because you know, at that time, I was madly in love with him, ravishing with sexual tension. Our relationship was like off the hook, as they put it this days and age.
So, are all of your poems like this?
Yes!
Well, these losers, their poems are always about love. 0 readers.
Now, calm down, sir, 10-year lord.
Orangutan.
Sorry, but I did meet that thing first. This
Stick to
thing
your
just
gorillas.
don't... No, I don't want that.
Okay, moving on. Mr.
Robert.
Welcome to Night of the Poets. We have 4 gifted, young, and old poets on the show today. First off, we have a lovely young woman in the name of...
Elizabeth Barrett Browning?
That is a beautiful name, Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah!
Now, miss, who do you have beside you?
Robert Browning.
Oh, is there a relation?
Well, we are married.
I showed him my boobies.
That is a very interesting piece of imagery. Next, we'll go off to who are you?
Lord Tenson.
Lord.
Yep, that's where you hear me.
You must be a very special person.
No, I'm not.
Interesting. Next.
Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
Wow, I like your style, sir.
The whole tie thing, like the Avril Lavigne, except on your head.
Okay, so we'll get right into this program. Miss, what's your name again?
Go!
Elizabeth Barrett Browning.
Now, what is it about poetry that excites you?
It's the use of diction. You know when you throw out that connotative word and they're like, wow. And you're like, yeah, I did that. I went there. It's a dangerous type, you know?
Now, sir, do you agree with your wife?
Absolutely. But imagery, it's also important. Gives you that thing in your head that you can't describe. Sometimes it arouses you. Sometimes it does more. That's how we have our kids.
Now, sir, Lord Tenure, how do how do poems affect you?
Really, tell you the truth, poems do not affect me. But I did write this one poem that kind of did not affect me. It's called You in the Churchyard.
Oh,
It's the worst poem I've ever written.
I've heard of that one.
No, you haven't. Don't lie to me, man.
Next, what poems have you written, sir?
I wrote one called Kubla Khan when I was high on opium. That was the best poem I ever wrote, even though it made absolutely no sense at all. I used a lot of similes, like ancient as the hills, just like your mom. And I also used a lot of like imagery of like muses and like tons and tons of sex.
God, shut up.
Why don't you talk?
Well, you've been challenged, sir Tenure. What do you have to say?
With your little you in the churchyard liking to hump
What do I have to say? Shadow of the Dome of Pleasure.
Yeah, because I have like a whorehouse and I'm a big pimp. What are you? You just like to hump a little tree.
Let's get a little bit back onto topic here. All right, we'll move on to Miss Elizabeth.
Yes?
Do you enjoy writing?
No.
Then why do you do poems?
It satisfies me. Which meaning I do enjoy it, I guess.
He needs that $10 each poem gives him.
I'm a woman.
You look like a man, seriously.
You're a funny little woman.
We're getting a little out of control here, so I think we should take a break.